So this next skill drill is going to have us focus on hitting the center of the club face. So what I have here on the board is 4 sets that is going to be focused on our center contacts. We're going to be using our Dr. Scholl's spray. So I have this here. So we're just going to initially, if you want a good training aid, this is definitely something you should throw in your bag. So just a nice light spray, nice light coating of that Dr. Scholl's on the club face. And what I have here for the first set is actually hitting 5 shots. But I'll just hit one here and we'll speed it along a little bit. But I do want you to hit 5, so that's going to give you a little bit of a sample size. If you're doing this by yourself, like you really could do this, like 3 sets of 5 is not a bad idea, sort of get a bigger sample. But I'm going to hit this shot here, and let's say I'm going to hit one off the toe. So what would happen? Well, that was wildly off the toe, so I just barely caught the club face there. But if I was to hit 5 shots, then we're going to take a look and we're going to see how we did. The idea was to try to hit the center, but this is certainly a common thing that we're going to see, is that we're not going to be as good at this as we think. So I have hit one off the toe, so I was going to do 5 shots, and then what we're looking for here is to see if there is any trend. If I'm always kind of missing towards the toe to the heel, or is this something I'm already pretty good at? Now my second set here was using this rubber tee. I'll just quickly move some of this stuff out of the way. And we'll see, here's my rubber tee. And what this is good for is to give us this idea now. We have 3 swings we're going to make. We're going to always keep our same setup. So I'm going to set up with the rubber tee roughly in the center of my club face, just take a comfortable setup. But on purpose, on my first swing, I'm going to have this club miss completely on the inside. So that's very close to what I just did with the golf ball. That ball would have hit way off the toe, would have kind of went sideways. Now for my second swing of this set, I'm going to take my exact same setup. The rubber tee's roughly in the center of the club again, but on purpose, I'm going to miss on the outside. So I take the club back and I miss completely on the outside. That would have been way towards the heel. Then my third set, I'm going to go ahead and hit that rubber tee. So the important things here is, and then that's going to be somewhere in the middle. The important thing with this drill is to not move around. You want to always keep your same setup, your comfortable setup, and you're moving the club dynamically. So I'm missing inside, and then I'm missing to the outside, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit the rubber tee. So for that one, we're going to do 3 sets. So that's going to be a total of 9 swings. So once we get the feel for that, we're going to come back for our third set of this drill. I'll grab another ball. And for the third set, we're going to try to do the opposite of any bias that we saw in set 1. So for me, let's say I hit my 5 shots, that was towards the toe. I did my drill to get the feel for how to move it or how to make that correction. So I know that I'm trying to hit this next shot for our third set. We're trying for the opposite. So I'm going to try to hit something towards the heel. With my inside-outside hit it drill, I have that understanding that for me to hit towards the heel, I need to have some level of feel that my club's missing on the outside of that rubber tee. So even if I want to picture that while I'm doing that drill, that's a pretty good strategy. So I'm going to stand here, regular setup again, ball's going to be set up in the center of the club face, but on purpose, I'm going to hit much more towards the heel. So I have kind of that feel of missing on the outside, missing that rubber tee on the outside, and we can see a ball strike much more towards the heel. So we're going to do that for 5 shots as well, and just keep getting that awareness. If you're pretty good at this in the first set, let's say all of your strikes were fairly close to the center, then what I'd have you do is go toe, heel, just kind of switch it up a little bit. And then for the fourth set, we're going to hit 5 shots here, but now we're going to do like we did in set 1. You could refresh your spray if you'd like. I'm not going to do that just for time's sakes, but go ahead and clean off your club face, give it another spray, and for these 5 shots, you're going to, again, go for center. So I'm going to set up here, take my comfortable setup, and try to do as good a job as I can of hitting a ball in the sweet spot. All right, and so then that wasn't too bad. It's pretty good in the center. So this is a drill that really helps us start to get the feel for center hits. First off, it actually forces us to pay attention to this, and we see if we do have any bias. And then the inside-outside hit it drill lets you train that feel just a little bit, and then we get a chance to retest ourselves.